Alrighty, and welcome back to NJPW G1 Climax Tournament 16, round 7 for the B block. Alright, so things turned out to be a bit more interesting. Expectation. Well, than my expectations were going to be for it. I thought it was going to be pretty clear-cut Okada versus Tanahashi. Actually, for a potential in there. B block, things are still pretty give and take. They're a little bit more fluid and dynamic. We've got Naito, the only one sitting at 5. We've got Elgin, Nakajima, Omega, Shibata, Yano, and YOSHI-HASHI all at 4 wins. No, YOSHI-HASHI's only at 3. But the others are all at 3. Now, at this point, I don't believe YOSHI-HASHI's been eliminated. I don't have him down as eliminated. I don't think that. I mean, he could still potentially get 2 wins. Potentially go up to 5. That's why he wouldn't. Well, lost. No, he hasn't gone up against Naito yet. That's why necessarily eliminated. So far, YOSHI-HASHI will go up to 5, and to do so, he would have to beat Naito. Possible for YOSHI-HASHI to actually win, I think. I haven't gone through and checked every possible combination of what could happen. Now, YOSHI-HASHI also beat Omega, so no particular reason why any particular win-loss so far was eliminated. Now, Bull, Honma, and Nagata all eliminated. Bull lost to Naito at 2 wins. He can only get up to 4 anyway. Naito definitely there, along with everybody else that's both gone up to Honma, same basic thing. And Nagata, he did beat Naito, but lost to last man. Lost to Toru, taped up his leg. That was the one before last. Last one, he went up. Is it Omega? Losing to Omega drops 3 wins, make up 4. But I believe it was just because of that match. Because Naito at 5 wins. At this point, Nagata can only get up to 5. While Naito, although Nagata beat Naito, if Naito wins his match against Omega, up to 6 wins, Nagata cannot win that. Omega wins, goes up to 5, the most Nagata could have, even winning his last match that way, lost to Omega. But even if they tie, Naito still ends up with 1 point. Nagata. There could be other reasons for him being eliminated. It really comes down to just that. Let's look at the tail of the tape here. Well, tail of the tape would be their comparison to the other stat-wise, which doesn't really work in wrestling. Compare what kind of arsenal they've got, their size, power, doesn't always matter much. Pro wrestling is far too dynamic to bring things down just to only 2 count. Just to particular things like one guy being a bit Omega already getting kicked around by Nakajima. They're going to go for that running kick. Gets it. Omega not able to get out of the way in time. So we know that Omega, he needs to win this match, catch up to Naito, and beat Naito. Now, Naito still win his match as long as Omega wins this one, and then Omega can beat Naito to tie with him, but still win off of that win there. Snapdragon flex on the outside. That's going to things up. They get taking a bit of offense there, but not only even things up, I think that probably moves further into his corner. Nakajima for lost Naito has the 5 wins. When you're doing the math on it sort of stuff, you really kind of have to focus on the guys that have the wins. Nakajima having a hard time getting the brain. Managed last moment. But so Nakajima has not lost to Naito, so really to win this, catch up to Naito, he needs Naito to lose. 1, 2, only 2 count. Basically, Nakajima needs to beat Omega and then have Naito lose his match, both of his matches, not overtake Nakajima. Nakajima has got to overtake Naito. Or rather, I should say, he has to overtake it. He can't tie. Nakajima needs 2 wins. Naito have Naito total. Nakajima has also lost Shibata, YOSHI-HASHI. That would be it. Shibata and YOSHI-HASHI. Basically, he also needs Shibata to not win. He needs to be able to get 1 win more than Shibata. He's already ahead of YOSHI-HASHI. YOSHI-HASHI not as big a threat as big flying elbow. Shoulder. Really? Cool. Lazy. Omega, his biggest threat again, beat Naito. He has that opportunity to beat Naito in that last match. He can beat Naito in that last match. It doesn't really matter what Naito does. Omega is in the good position of not needing anyone else to do anything in particular for him to potentially win. At least in terms of Naito, who does have the win so far. Now Omega has lost Michael Elgin. So Hashi and Shibata as well. Similar to Nakajima gets the dub. Next more with the shins when they head, but got the leg. So Omega's big threat right now going forward really going to be Michael Elgin and Shibata. Or the biggest threats to him. Because he's lost both of them, and that is where beating somebody else, lose or win, comes into play. Elgin's match on this point Elgin and Honma. 1, 2, only 2. So it's pretty likely Elgin will go up to 5. not impossible for Honma to go ahead and pick up another win. Doubtful, but it's possible. Shibata will be going up against Nagata. Return match. Third match, actually. They had a bit of a feud over the Never Open title. Shibata was trying to run the gauntlet of all the veterans. Nagata stopped him. Won the title off of him for a little while. Then Shibata went back. Only to count off the bullfrog. What I've decided to call that. Does a leapfrog over him and hits a bulldog move. So it's a bullfrog. Bulldog. It does a leapfrog to a bullfrog. Yeah, something. Make it going upstairs and Nakajima cuts him off. Get the pass. Mixed metaphor there. Why not? Firing back. So just to finish up, like we're going to have a superplex and Nakajima hits it. Still sporting the bandages from ripping his back open on that chair. 2 count only. Kick. Move. Behind him. Snapdragon yet again. Seen that Nakajima hasn't really developed that extra gas thing. Kind of just get up after taking a move like that, hit another move himself. Make him miss the big flips out of the flex and hits another Snapdragon. Get up that knee. Have seen Omega take a suplex or other move and just pop up something back. That little bit of extra. There's that knee on the throat. So he's going to go for his sure. Nakajima knows it's coming. He's out of it. Dodging a nice kick right there. Kicks. Press kicks. Goes for another one. 1, 2, only 2 count. Have seen Omega be able to pop up from a move to hit another move. As I was saying, haven't really seen that from Nakajima. Being able to power through after a move and deliver one of your own like that when they're not expecting. Seen that really help a lot of the guys do better in their match. JPW. General, of course, anyone who can do that is a bit of an advantage. Nakajima hits the penalty kick. Now he's going for the brain bust. Take it out of it. It's the reverse Hurricanrana. Woo, long count. It's a really useful bit of endurance to develop because it gives you that ability to stop. There's the finisher and 1, 2, and 3, and Omega up to 5. I believe that will eliminate Nakajima in the tournament. Get 5. Already Omega 5. Lost tonight. Nakajima. I just finished the thought I was having. Damn hard. Rana. When you can pop up from a move and then hit a move thrown right back when you're not expecting, you're going to go down anyway. But having that extra bit of endurance, keep going just long enough, put them down first, gives you able to call on that bit of reserve energy. Having that bit of fortitude, power, the impact, give yourself that shock. Give them the shock, not yourself. Give them the shock. Put them down. Give you time to recover. Of course, they have time too. Prevented them from chaining off. Stopped them from hitting a move right else. Gives you cover. Otherwise, we haven't that from a Nakajima. And it's kind of hurt him in a few of his matches. Evil and Yano. Evil has a chance to play spoiler. If Yano goes down a loss here, he will be eliminated. Because he lost to, let's see, I believe he did, and he lost to Naito. If Toriano loses, hurt himself. Done quite well so far, managed to pick up 4 wins. Gotten even more underhanded and dirty than usual with saying something for, Talked about it a little bit in that match with Nagata. Normally I don't mind Toriano's antics because just he has his own style, his own way of doing it. Doesn't really disrupt the match. It's part of it when he's doing it. Whereas a lot of the times cheating, at least to me, it feels more like a disruption rather than part of it. Because it's Toriano. I don't like outside interference, really. Thing that gets on my nerves because they're not in the match. The match is supposed to be people, or 4 people, 6 people, however many. Outside interference, I've never liked. Except for when it's a man. If it makes sense, I like things that make sense, I guess, it really comes down to. A lot of the time, see the people doing the cheating bullshit, and it doesn't really make sense. No rhyme or reason to it. There's no consistency to it. They're just doing it. Sometimes do it, and other times they don't do it at all. I just don't like when it doesn't make any sense. Toriano does it every single match. That's part of what Yano's all about. Part of who he is, that's performance. So, there's just little nuances there. But the point that I've taken the long route to get around to is that basically having the non-match I thought was kind of low even for him. Just tape Nagata's legs up, get the count out win that way, having no real match at all. That was kind of meh. Yes. Toriano and Evil finally out the ring. Throws the water. Tries to piss him off. Well, doesn't. Toriano going right for the turnbuckle pad. Will not give him a chance. He goes right back to it. Immediately. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. trying real hard to get that fast, sneaky win. He wants to stay in this. Grabs the hair, 1, 2, only a 2 count. Yano going right to the outside there. Gets Evil to chase him. Going after a chair. Yano really fired up. Gets caught. Oh, good grief. Do you imagine Toriano winning the tournament? No, me neither. It would make for an interesting Wrestle Kingdom match. Unfortunately, I don't think Toriano could really pull off caliber of match that you would want for a main event at Wrestle Kingdom. Then again, you never know. Evil grinding in the elbow there. And this from him before, of course. Yano reverses the whip. Hits the inverted atomic drop. Goes for catapult and launches Evil right into that exposed turnbuckle. Then runs into it himself. Ooh, nice drop toe hold. 1, 2, only 2 count. Yano running, caught with a big clothesline there. Evil has proven himself to be quite tough. Oh, he's going to kill him. They ain't going to kill him. Already going for his finisher. Rolled 1, 2, only 2 count. Yano, master of the sneaky pin. Going for a low blow, but the ref stopped him. Sweep. 1, 2, and 3, and Evil. Play spoiler, Toriano, eliminated. That quick. Big forward, smash it down. Alrighty, throw one of my little commercials in here. Don't miss out on all the fun. I have some games out. Loads of fun. Let's see. So I'll tell you about the Adventure of Fuck. My latest game. My first paid game. Then $1.99 to buy the game. It's more than worth it. The comedy RPG. Oh, if you've ever played a classic RPG like the old Final Fantasy games or any Super Nintendo or Nintendo, or, even some of the newer RPGs, or you've ever played any retro RPGs, you'll get what I'm spoofing. A lot of the time, parody and spoof going on with this game. There's all kinds of, as I said, parodies, spoofs of classic RPGs going on in it. Just all sorts of comedy. There's satire and tons of references to all sorts of different things. There's wordplay, there's puns, there's kind of dirty humor, there's jokes that are kind of offensive, depending on what you find offensive. There's all sorts of meta humor, breaking the fourth wall. I'd say I could almost put as a tagline for the game. One of the lines from the game itself is, after an interaction, one of the characters says, "Does this game even have a fourth wall?" One of the others replies, "Fourth wall, we don't need no stinking wall." Which, of course, is a reference to badges. We don't need no stinking badges. You like Dr. Strangelove, you like Mel Brooks, you like Deadpool, you like Hunter S. Thompson, those are all major influences on me. Like them, then play the game, and I'm sure you'll find plenty of stuff to be amused by, plenty of laugh out loud moments. And of course, Kubrick being an influence, there's tons and tons of layers through the game. You know, the story for the game works on several different levels. There's the obvious level that it works at, which is a straightforward story. And then there's all sorts of other stuff that goes on in it. You can kind of interpret it for yourself. There's layers. Alrighty, I had to take care of something, so I paused recording. Probably a bit of desync now. Sorry about that. YOSHI-HASHI stuff just kicked off. Naito's down in the ring. The lights are all shimmy and shaking and flashing about. Naito's taking off his outer clothes. His fancy shirt has los ingobernables de YOSHI-HASHI coming out. Be able to get it synced back up easy enough now. Just in his waist belt thing there. Strutting down with his pimp cane. Staff. The bobber. So I was talking about my game that I think I covered it pretty well. If you like comedy games, go to GameJolt.com. Look at a Venture Fuckface with the UCK as an asterisk, or just look me up there, Acidheads, ACIDHEDZ. That's the music producer name and game developer name and all that good junk. Check out my music at sellfy.com/acidheads or soundcloud.com/acidheads. Find me on YouTube if you're not listening to this here. You're not listening to this on YouTube or didn't get it from you. Acid Heads on there, easy way to find me. Enough way to find me on YouTube. Naito, his damn time. Gosh, not impressed. Of course, YOSHI-HASHI has to win this to stay in the tournament. And just runs right out and drop kicks Naito. Not going to give him a chance to move around. Getting right on him. Forearms, chop. Whip. Gets taken over with a head scissors. Back elbow. Slam. So rolling to the outside. Gosh. Jockey in position there. Gosh, he takes the back elbow of his own. More of a back shoulder lock. That run and drop the arm. far we've seen Naito focus mostly on the knee, so he can use that finisher mission move that he's been using a lot. Well, he hasn't really finished too many people off. He likes to use it to soften them up. Might see him target the shoulder more in this match. Yoshi has been having shoulder trouble the entire tournament. Again, he might just be doing this just to wear YOSHI-HASHI down and give him extra openings and opportunities. The longer the match goes, the more things are going to favor Naito. He has been having some knee trouble of his own. He has one knee wrapped up. Josh manages to get back up, get in. Yeah, this match here, it really comes down to YOSHI-HASHI has to win to stay in the tournament. If Naito loses, he won't really be in much trouble, I think. He'll have tied with Omega at that point. He's beat, but they haven't had a match. In that case, it would just come down to whoever wins their match anyway. And it already will, even if Naito wins. Really, for Naito, I don't think the outcome of this match really matters all that. Naito beat Michael Elgin. He did lose to Shibata, so he needs Shibata to lose going forward. That's the only real threat. Shibata. Even losing this match, he beats Omega, then it doesn't really matter what Elgin does. It doesn't matter at all. Because Naito could lose this one, but as long as he beats Omega, then it doesn't matter what Elgin does at all. He can win both match tonight and the next one, and he'll still only be able to tie with Naito. Beat. So Naito's only real concern will be Shibata. Nice overcast neck breaker. YOSHI-HASHI. A lot of force on that. Momentum. Naito up. Big running chop. Him up on the rope. Looking for that drop kick. It. 1, 2, only to go. Naito ripped off that support. Makes it much easier to hurt the arm further. Takes away that bit of support. Getting. And he goes right back to the shoulder. What I was talking about, giving himself opening. Kick, sweep, and drop. Naito, kind of slow to respond. Looking for that side slam. Yoshi doesn't want to take it. Fighting out of it. Naito holds on to the arm. Block. For the DDT. YOSHI-HASHI stops him. Takes him over. Looking for that neck breaker. But Naito escapes. and escape the twisting enziguri. Naito flying in, got caught there with knees to chest. Very nice counter. Kind of doubled up there. Kind of drove knees in. Naito landed. Then added the impact of him falling. Very nice counter. Powerbomb over. 1, 2, and only 2 count. Yoshi able to get control and stay in control. He's going to look at Swan. Enough to Naito down, and the answer is no. Really should have gone for something a little bit more stability, just slamming him down. That was nowhere near enough. Naito down, Swanton. Naito up, look, springboard off, drop kick, hit, missile drop kick. Or some people call that a straight drop kick, missile drop kick, where you twist the air. I've heard those used more or less interchangeably. I've always called the straight one missile drop, just kind of shoot in missile. Go for Hurricane Rana. Gets it. 1, 2, and only 2 count. It's going to look for that side slam. Up, hits it. A lot of impact. 1, 2, only 2. Naito's turn to get some offense. Here he's able to reverse things. Showing that he can be very resilient. Going for his finisher there. Yoshi knew it was coming, avoided it. Naito just caught him with a modified spine buster, going for it. Yoshi catches him again. Spins him around. Modify, almost kind of a modified version of the F5, going from almost a power slam position, swinging him around for the face plant. Naito countering with a modified spine. There needs to pull out some innovative counters and offense, or counter offense. Get a forearm in, another, and another. Naito firing back with some forearms of his own. I don't think he was really stunned too much. Now they're just firing off on each other. Hashi managed to get the better of it at the moment. Oh, Naito slapped the crap out of him. So keep in mind, some of YOSHI-HASHI's stablemates in chaos. 1, 2, only 2 count. Get that upward thrusting clothesline. Gotta consider he'd be quite familiar working with Ishii and Nakamura before he scalped Okada. He had a lot of top-notch teachers to work with. Chaos. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Or even if they don't really train together, then he definitely, through all those tag matches he had with them, then that given him a lot of time to study and learn from them one way or another. Looking for that finisher he's been using, pump handle driver. Naito comes and gets out of it. Naito looking for a dragon. Flex. Yoshi down. Floats over and gets that submission hold. He's been using kind of a butterfly lock. Locks the head and puts the pressure on the neck rather than wrenching on the arm. Naito struggling to get the rope. She really wrenched back on the neck, shoving Naito's chin right down into his chest. Hard for him to breathe. Got some pressure on the arm. Naito manages to get the throw. Down, looks for it again. Trying to get it locked in. Naito fight. So, trying to keep from getting it locked. And see them down with a suplex. Yoshi popping up. But takes that diving spin kick. Hurry. Scoop. Going for that scoop into a DDT. YOSHI-HASHI struggled out of it the first time. Only 2 count. Managed to escape it the first time, but was not able to do anything about it. Naito went right back, but got it. So looking for that finisher. Now YOSHI-HASHI definitely picked that up for me. Countering with a straight headbutt kick. Kicks him. Headbutts definitely niche too. Naito hits it. 1, 2, and 3. And Naito goes up to 6. Eliminate YOSHI-HASHI, but also I believe it eliminates Michael too. Now Michael Elgin only gets 6 wins. That's it for Elgin. Naito beat Elgin, so yeah, Elgin done. With that win, Naito, yeah, that basically brings it down to Omega, Shibata, and Naito. Shibata has got to win against Nagata. Naito back to screwing with this guy again. I'll talk about my other game right quick while we're waiting for the next match to kick off. So, Fuckface, Adventure of Fuckface, as I said, is a comedy RPG. All sorts of good stuff in there. If you like to laugh, you'll enjoy the game. Got tons. And it even has, I said a multifaceted, layered story. A lot of the comedy, there's other stuff going on. There's layers, a lot of it. That's the sort of thing like, you can enjoy it just for the comedy, like being able to dig into things, try and figure out the layers that are, layered in, and there's that going for it too. That's what you like. If you love to explore, like RPG games, like being able to go around and explore, there's tons and tons of stuff to explore in the a lot of the best comedy is actually found in the environment, conversation, things that happen. Okay, so the other one I was going to talk about, Cravenhurst Asylum, is a horror game, psychological horror game. And, it takes place in an asylum. You start off as a female patient, then a padded cell in maximum security, and nobody's answering intercom. There's no answer to her calls. Something woke her up, sleep. They bashed the door and broke the window. That's what woke her up. Doesn't know what's going on. Nobody's replying. So she has to escape her cell and try and figure out a way to get out of the asylum, or at least find somebody to find out what the hell's going on. Of course, the overall goal is to get out of the asylum. That's the object. Yeah, the object of the game. That's the goal. To escape your cell and then find your way through the asylum, finding all the keys and stuff. Finally shut down a lockdown that's in place and get out of the asylum. And of course, there's all sorts of crazy stuff that's going on. And again, it kind of leaves things up to your own interpretation on what you decide is going on. I know what's going on, having made the game, but I leave lots of clues and hints. So, kind of make up your own mind and decide what you think is going on in the asylum. Nagata, getting a Nagata Shibata rematch will be good. I expect these two to beat the crap out of each other. Now, of course, Nagata eliminated from the tournament, but he could get another title shot at Shibata. He can beat Shibata. Not only does he play spoiler and put Shibata out of the tournament, keep him from winning, he also would get a title shot. Never open weight title. Unless Shibata's lost the title at some point, I'm not aware. As far as I know, he doesn't seem to care that much. He doesn't bring it out, bring them during the matches. So, go ahead and finish talking about my other game. Then that'll be the last of my little commercial. Uh, influences horror-wise be Poltergeist, The Shining, Changeling, haunted house movies, a lot of them. Stephen King, when I read a lot of when I was younger. Can't really call him much of an influence, though. H.P. Lovecraft, big influence. And things like Hellraiser and slasher movies when I was younger. I watched a lot of that stuff. Kind of just got tired of it. After a while, gore is gore. It doesn't mean anything. not even really amused anymore, no matter how over the top they get. So definitely my preference these days is for supernatural, but subtle supernatural, not like paranormal activity, kind of in your face all the time and over the top in its own. Psychological and a bit more subtle supernatural. Bizarre things happening, no real explanation. I'm a big believer that one of the greatest factors for fear is not knowing what's happening. Alright, enough of that shit. The match. Just feeling each other out here a bit. Very familiar with each other. They're, at least in recent times, third match. Yeah, Shibata lost the title in the first one, won it back in the second. This will be their third match this year. Shibata gets Cole Nelson, round snapmare. Goes for the kick. Shibata dodges, drives it back to the rope. So what's it take? Nagata knows he can't win, but he also knows that he keeps Shibata from winning. Might use up every last bit of gas in the tank that he's got just to do, just to kind of spite it. Shibata does show respect, but a real wants to be the biggest rooster of the yard. He wants to be the cock with the biggest block. Well, and I think also kind of wants to prove himself. As I understand it, Shibata came in around the same time as Goto. He was also considered one of the rookies with the greatest potential at around the same time that Nakamura and Tanahashi were really showing off rookie. I guess that they were all kind of slotted to be or slated to be the next generation of huge super. Tanahashi, Nakamura fulfilled that destiny, I guess you could say, have been. While Shibata went off for quite a while to pursue an MMA career, which didn't really go too well for him. I mean, he didn't suck necessarily. He just didn't have a very good win-loss record. Then he came back to NJPW. I think he's been kind of trying to make up for that perceived failure in a way. Well, he did fail. He kind of abandoned NJPW. Not sure that he really looked down on it necessarily, but he did kind of abandon the promotion when they were not, as I understand it, the company wasn't doing that well, and it's really through Tanahashi and Nakamura and Makabe, some of the the veterans that were already there, but some of the younger veterans. I guess you could say that Makabe is of the same, more along the lines of the same generation of the NJPW stars, Tanahashi, Nakamura, starting to get a bit older, but not out of the game yet by any stretch. Of course, Nakamura got scalped in that American promotion here in the States, but I will not name. But I guess there was some hard feelings concerning Shibata. He kind of left the company when they really could have used him. Needed stars. They thought he was really going to be one of the next big stars, and he left. And I think some people kind of perceive as he abandoned them when things were looking kind of bad for the company, and then he came back when things were looking good. Even though a lot of it, I imagine, because his career as an MMA fighter kind of fizzled out. I think for a while that kind of tainted his name in NJPW, trying to work out from under that. I think he's been doing a pretty good job of it, really showing what he's got, and I think he's really trying to prove himself to all the established stars, veterans like Nagata here. I think he wants to prove that he has every bit as much potential as Tanahashi or Nakamura ever had. Nagata down, go for that drop kick, and hits it right to the face. Shibata showing some injury there, having trouble with that arm pretty much the whole tournament. He's also got one knee taped too. Only a 2 count. Yeah, Shibata's kind of interesting. He's a very no-nonsense guy when he gets out to the ring. Then kind of see that there's a lot more going on underneath the stoic, I'm just going to kick your ass exterior meets the eye. Gets caught with an exploder, pops right up, and German. No, belly to back. Nagata tries to pop right back up and kick each other right. That's what I was talking about earlier. Shibata was able to take the exploder and just get up and keep going. Tried to put Nagata down. Nagata popped right back up. They knocked each other down. And able to reach down, pull something extra out, which absolutely needed. Something that I think Nakajima developed. Nagata goes for the arm bar on the bad arm. Rolls his eyes. That means we got it cinched in. Does. He really got it locked in. Shibata not able to get the rope. Point is not really even trying the rope. Shibata might have that locked in too damn tight for him to move around. Shibata trying to get to the rope. Not really able to move around too much. Trying. There he got it, just by the tip of his. Question is just how much damage has been done to that arm. Still use it. Clearly in pain. Gotta just wrenching it right down. Not so much an arm breaker, it's just kind of a trying to overextend the arm, kind of pulling on the shoulder joint. Did that hard enough to locate the shoulder. Got it with hard strikes, follows up with that knee. The backdrop. It releases. 1, 2, 1. Only a 2. A lot of kicks out. Definitely in a lot of pain. Gotta hit Shibata's PK on him. 2. Only a 2 count. is the move that Shibata likes to use to finish the block. Call it the penalty kick. Running punt, basically. A soccer. Now, getting into a contest to wills. Shibata wants to prove just how much he can take. Nagata showing that he's quite happy to give it. Shibata comes off his feet for a drop. Really see him hit a drop kick often. Double underhook. Flex 1, 2. Count only. This sleeper. Likes to use this to wear somebody out. Take him down for that penalty. Nagata tries to use more or less a judo throw there, but Shibata hangs on. Back, has one hook in. Least. Again, of course, he's not really looking for Nagata to submit. He wants to put him down on the ground, put him down on the mat for that hit. Nagata fighting out of it here. And wrenching on the arm. Basically, an arm breaker. But not using a sharp shock to the arm so much as just protract the pressure. Shibata goes right back to the sleeper and has it tight. Now he does put the hooks in, has the full body lock, sleeper. Might be looking to choke Nagata out. He did this tonight. Nagata's still struggling, trying to escape. That's it. Nagata goes out, taps. All right, so Shibata, Omega, Naito. That is our trio going in finals. Beat started off looking like the beat block was going to be the most tightly run block all the way through. It has come down to just 3. While the A block, although there's definitely difficult roads to victory, I still have Bale, Marathon, Nagata, and Tanahashi all as potential winners of the A block. Unless I've missed, I don't think I have. Bale at 5, Goto at 5, Okada at 5, Tanahashi at 5, Marathon at 5, all at 5 wins. Naito here sitting at 6. But Shibata beat Naito, so Omega beat Naito and Shibata can win. Shibata can take the tournament, or at least he can take the beat block, beat both Omega and Naito. Basically, Shibata needs Omega to take that match. No, Shibata just needs to win his last match and take the tournament. But he needs Omega to beat Naito. So Omega goes up to 6 instead of Naito going up to 7. So I take that back. He does need Omega to win. He needs to win his last match. Omega to beat Naito. Omega needs to beat Naito so he can tie with him with the win. And then that'll put him over Naito. he needs Shibata to lose. Shibata doesn't tie with him. And Naito, if he wins, then that's it. He'll have 7 wins, which nobody can touch. Point. Now we have Honma and Elgin, and of course, Elgin, through no fault of his own, already eliminated with Naito going up to 6 wins. Naito did beat Elgin. Point Elgin can only ever match. So the A block, well, I've talked about that plenty during the A block round, so I'll leave that alone until the final round for A. Alright, starting off with Michael Elgin coming down to the ring. First, that's our main event, Honma and Elgin, which I'm sure is going to be a pretty rough match. For Elgin, point at going in, knowing he can't really win the tournament no matter what he does. But he can still put up a good fight, put on a good show. Win for pride. Of course, Honma, already with a potential title shot at Shibata. If Honma can get a win here, then he can get a title shot at Elgin. So, Honma actually has something to fight for in this match. May not be able to win the tournament, but he could walk away from the tournament with 2 title shots. Maybe not at the world title, but title's a title. One way or another, we know that it's going to be a damn good match. Honma with never say die at it. Never willing to give in. Beat Honma, you beat Honma. That's what people love about it. Definitely has that lovable underdog thing going for him, but I think what people really love the most about Honma is that, like I just said, when you beat Honma, you know you beat him. Had to beat him. There is absolutely no give in Honma. You have to beat him to win. But he's cheering for him. A lot of people for him. Tie up. Just shoves him down. Honma, pretty big, strong dude. It's going to be a case where Elgin does outpower him. So. Advantages either way here. Elgin, I think, with a power advantage. But I think Honma probably has a speed advantage. Might be a bit better at counter wrestling. Never really see much in the way of ground game for either from guys. That's not really an issue. They're really all about the power and strong style wrestling. Very similar styles overall. Shoulder blocking him down. hard chop, I think. But Honma shoulder blocks out of the corner. Again. Again. Elgin not going down. He does that. Both extremely tough. Michael Elgin. Also pretty much a situation where if you want to beat Elgin, you really do have to beat him. Elgin using his size to kind of trip Honma up. Turned it into a bit of a splash there. Not really a splash. Bringing it his destabilizing Honma's face and you dropping his weight down on top of it. So kind of a Honma into the corner. Elgin charging in. Misses. Honma with a body slam. Calling for the Kakeshi. Voice misses the first. Elgin stays right on him. Honma powered up. Again, straight bench pressing him. Takes him up. Power slam. 1, 2, only 2. Like I say, takes him up, drops him down, power. Pretty good variation on the power slam. You start off by bench pressing him up, then you drop him down on your shoulder with a bit of a shock gut. Slam them down right on their back. Adds more momentum. Looking at that splash there and hits it. 1, 2, only 2 count. Slingshot splash. Ties him up just stomp. Big clubbing blow to Honma's back there. Massive clubbing blow to his head. Big chop. Elgin looking to just kind of pick Honma apart bit by bit. Really threw himself into that one. So he could throw Honma clear across the ring. A lot of impact there. Popping up, firing off with forearms. Elgin hit huge forearm. Caught. DDT. Honma goes for Keshi and misses again. Could be the one thing that really screws things up for Honma in this match. Always greatest weakness. Also, in some ways, his greatest strength. Gets a little overzealous. He tends to hurt himself. Going for those headbutts. Gives his opponent opening. And seen him up for that suplex, but Honma wiggles free. Drops back down. Now Honma looking to do a suplex of his own. Gets Elgin up and hits it. Said Honma very strong. 2 very strong dudes in this match. Honma kind of using his body as a battery there. Catches Elgin, body him. I think Honma might be a bit better on the counter. Elgin's not too shabby, but Honma does tend to pull out some counters on a more regular basis. The Bulldog, it's the Kakeshi. Then dives with the overcast neck breaker. 1, 2, only 2. Hard impact on the shoulder with that head. Honma looking to hit a clothesline. Eats food, hits the clothesline anyway. And for another, not sure. Elgin caught him. Powers him over with a belly-to-belly overhead. Flex. Or suplex, you happen to be free. Play is really the proper pronunciation, I believe. Big clothesline. Elgin looking for another. Sit. Now going to go for that suplex again. Gets him up. Holds him, makes him think about it. Oh, Falcon Arrow. 1, 2. Ooh, only a 2. Not sure if it was innovated by Hayabusa, but it was the one, I believe, popularized Falcon Arrow. Hayabusa, unfortunately, passed away not all that long ago. Elgin going to go for the buckle bomb. Honma knows it was coming. Knew it was coming. Escape. Elgin catches Honma. Belly to back. Really. Honma pops up. That's the ground too long. The element of surprise. Clotheslining each other, and Elgin gets the better of it. Honma stops one clothesline, takes the disc. Elgin calling for another big clothesline. Honma using his head. Literally. Again. And again. Go ahead, but 1, 2. Only a 2. Honma calling for that driver he likes to use. Kind of similar to Tim's on. Logan doesn't want to take it. Trying to fight. Fight him off. It's an injury. Well, technically a falling side kick. So that is an injury. I believe technically only ends either get them to catch your foot or they do. Big swing slam. 1, 2. Only got a lot of momentum in that slam. Honma kicked out. Elgin go up top. Does sometimes go for a big splash. Honma catches. Not giving him a chance to get up on the turn. Light forearm across the ropes. that diving headbutt. Next, Elgin. Oh, might be going for that big headbutt from the top all the way to the floor. Seen him do this before. Trying to get in a good position. Nope. Lets Elgin get in. Headbutt from the top and hits it. Headbutt. Elgin for a loop. Up. Brainbuster. 1, 2. Only a 2 long count, though. Honma. Time. Kind of slips there. Gives Elgin an open. Stops. Honma definitely going to go for that flying headbutt. But YOSHI is kind of a falling headbutt, but he'll do that from the top. Doesn't really dive so much. Just kind of fall. And knocks it down with that very kick. Again, it's just kind of a high sight. Catches breath there for him. Every bit of time that he takes for himself also gives Honma the same time. Looking powerbomb or pile driver Honma fighting like a madman to get out of that. Headbutts in the gut. Forearm. Pump kick next. Elgin on the shoulders, Honma, and Death Valley Driver on the. Now looking power bomb onto the ring post. Hits it. Honma back in. He started doing this last year in the tournament. That's the first time I saw Elgin. This more or less deadlifts here into a Falcon Arrow from the top. Might just go for a straight flex. Up. And Falcon Arrow. 1, 2. Only a 2. Honma kicks out. Elgin possibly going for a splash or a headbutt or something of his own. Said earlier, he does do that. Hits the big splash. 1, 2. Honma kicks out. Elgin look for the buckle bomb. Hits it. Honma snaps off of that really hard. Dives in with headbutt. We see Honma's neck snapping around whiplash. Honma would really love to get another win. Would actually triple his win in all of his G1 tournaments. His third, so he had actually, his first one, no wins at all. Last one, 1 win. This year, if he could get up to 3, that would be huge for him. Plus, getting a title shot. Another big diving headbutt. Honma has a chance. Can he take advantage? Can he finish? There's the driver. 1, 2. Ooh, very long 2 count. Honma going straight up. No messing about. It's a good chance. Can he hit the headbutt? No. Elgin moved. Elgin's clearly rattled at this point. Tired. They're both very tired, but neither one is able to really take advantage of this situation. Honma stunned. Elgin completely incapable of capitalizing. Both back up, going into forearms here. Be a battle of forearms. See who gives out first. I don't know who I would favor in this. Could go either way. Both of these guys very used to this, very strong. Elgin getting the better of it, chaining them together. Discus forearm. Backhand of the future, I believe that was. The cameraman was kind of out of it. Honma goes down. Calling for the buckle bomb, but that gives Honma time to recover. Honma gets him over. Elgin rolls through, picks him up. Power bombs him down. Huge clothesline there. 1, 2. Ooh, Honma kicks out. And going for the buckle bomb again, hits it. Spins around. Spin out power bomb. 1, 2. And Honma goes down. But it doesn't really matter because unless I've miscalculated somewhere, Elgin cannot win. Tournament. Oh, all right, that pretty much ends this commentary. So I've already done all my little commercials and stuff, so I don't need to do any more of that. Yeah, please come by the website, acidbathproductions.biz. Check out my music, sellfy.com/acidheads, soundcloud.com/acidheads. Go to Game Jolt, check out my games on there. Again, my developer name I use is acidheads, my developer name. And you can find me on YouTube under Acid Heads or Ryan Acid Murphy or some of the other things too. Like Elgin may want to shake hands or talk to Honma maybe. I have to see what he says here, but I'm going to go ahead and leave comments, right? So thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Needed to correct something right here. I realized after listening to what Michael Elgin had to say, because he still is in the tournament from everything he's saying, I realized I had accidentally given Naito an extra win somewhere along the way. So Naito is actually at 5 wins. So Elgin is not eliminated. I believe everybody else that I've said is eliminated is. But at this point, Elgin could still win. I was mistaken about Elgin. Not eliminated yet. He's tied with Naito. So the situation actually stands. And I'm sorry, I've kind of taken my pop guard off here. I'm just recording this right quick after the commentary was already done recording. So the situation actually stands that Elgin has beaten Shibata and Omega. So basically, Michael Elgin, he needs Omega to win against Naito, and then Elgin's final match will be against Nakajima. Shibata's last match will be against, looks like, Evil. And of course, Naito and Omega. Really, he needs to win his last match and Naito to lose. So Elgin's still alive in this. I was mistaken. But he does have a bit of a difficult way to victory. Needs to win that final match. Needs Omega to win against Naito. So I felt I needed to amend that because obviously I was mistaken there. So once again, thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.